Thank you. Now, right. Scobie, stay here. I'm talking to you now. Well, is it on? What I'm going to say now, yes, Nigel called. Please sit down. I'll talk to you in a second. And shut the door, please. Thank you. Action. Now. What I will, please sit down here, Nigel, and I will talk to you in a second. My next guest, you see, the reason well, I have so many reasons to invite him here, but I'd like to put something right. Last Sunday, you see, in the local paper called the Sunday Tribune, you see, one of the things they said about actor Michael Halphie, that introduced himself in song What's It All About Halphie, is that he's a versatile entertainer who wrote his singles for the Bay City Rollers in the 70s. Well, it isn't precise, and luckily, Scobie Ryder, the man that wrote all these hits, is a very good friend, so he's not going to sue me. So I would like to talk to him now. Scobie Ryder! Oh, please don't sue me, I beg you.
All right, just this once.
Well, Scobie, where do I start with you? It's so difficult. You're all so many different, wonderful individuals here. You've been in the music business how long now?
Only 12 years. I say only because I started extremely late.
Are you late?
Mm.
I see, 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years. In that time, I've achieved, as they say,
Of course.
14 albums, which isn't that
14 albums
much.
in 12 years.
Not that much, really.
I think it's a hell of a lot. And I know you have lots of fan clubs all over the world.
One or two. One or two.
I know
Japan.
one in, yes,
Japan and Germany. In Germany, yeah, there's one there. And there's one in Holland, as a matter of fact. But we don't do much cheese in our house, so I'm not supposed to be very popular.
No, I know for a fact you've written one of the most important songs and for this film, State of Wonder.
Mm.
Go and see it, wonderful film. And, and if you see his music that he hasn't written yet, it's marvelous music. And what you've written, I know you've written one of the songs, and you're writing the whole...
Well, some of the themes, I'll be doing some of the themes and scoring the main theme, which is...
Is this something new for you? I mean, scoring films, or you've started...
No, I've done one or two, as they say.
Before? I mean, is it something you would love to do more, or is it something just casual, like...
Well, actually, don't tell Martin Donovan, but I want to be a director sometime.
You mean film director?
Oh, yes. Go for the whole thing.
Listen, I'm watching you very closely, you know. We've been here for... Well, you've been here nearly 10 days. You're a very, very cheerful guy. How do you do it?
My mother told me just to maintain a cheerful countenance all the time, and everything will come for you. And so you have.
Yes. How do you come about to write a song like, I know you've written a song like Peace of Mind, and I know that 2 minutes later, everybody was humming it. How does one come about writing a song? Is it, do you get the lyrics first? Is it an idea, or is it a little tune in your mind that you rush into a little tape recorder and you put...
Well, it's just a system, really, of looking at the desired product and trying to achieve it. You use a few clever tricks. One day I'll write a book, folks. It's very simple if you have the knack, but I would say that unless you really have complete discipline, don't even bother to try.
I know for a fact that you have your own studios, and so what do? You get inspired about an idea, a song, and you just go? I know you run into the studio and you record?
Well, I don't know if inspiration's a word. I think you just sit down to solve the problem. You just decide that you have to solve various problems, and you sit down and go for it. I mean, it's not like... It's just a job, really. I mean, let's not glamorize it too much.
No, but it's, I mean, a job that one has a lot of fun with. I mean, you have to feel happy doing it.
Oh, yes, lots of fun and lots of pain, Mike.
Do you?
4 a.m., drunken musicians, you know, this sort of thing.
I see. It's very difficult.
It can be. It can be.
Tell me now, how long are you going to stay here?
Well...
No, I mean in Clahan.
In Clahan, I would say another 12 hours.
You're leaving us back?
I'm leaving for London, yes.
What are your plans for the immediate future?
In 2 weeks I'll be in India, I think. God being good.
I mean, work, is it?
Yeah, it's a little work, a little pleasure.
Could you tell us anything about it? Is it something to do with the pleasure unit?
Yeah, yes, a little pleasure, you see.
It is called pleasure unit, isn't it? I mean, it's not a secret, is it?
No, I hope it's not a secret. My band at the moment is Pleasure Unit, and we've just finished a new album, and it's a sort of science fiction story, what I wrote, and we're just hoping that maybe next year we'll get a chance to put some visuals around that.
You mean you're planning first to put on stage as in music and act together, or is it
It's
more
not a
for
musical.
television?
It's just a performance. You know, it's sort of at the moment it's music from a film which hasn't been shot yet, I suppose. But there are one or two excited people in the country at the moment. I don't know. We'll see.
Last words, Scobie. Could you tell us about your wonderful experience here? Well, we all had wonderful time here in Clahan. The people, the place. Have you ever been here before?
Never, but my grandfather and grandmother come from around this area.
I knew it.
I'm back to my roots.
I see. You're really enjoying it.
Yes, I'm having a great misty time. Misty because most of the time I'm under the influence of Guinness.
I see. Could you give us a line of that song, whichever song you like? I mean, is it... I know one of the favorite things I love you do is, what is it called? Liar! Something like that. Well, how does it go?
I think we should save that. It's not for young children.
Oh, I see. Fine.
You know.
Not for young children. So just few lines, peace of mind. It sounds good when you sing it.
Oh, peace of mind is no crime. Just remember that. Good night.
Thank you very much, Scobie Ryder. And now, well, one more interview before we break for the commercials. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of our film. Oh, sorry, I was told by the director to move. The star of our film, Nigel Court. Well, Nigel, how are you?
I'm very well.
I know you're talking to me after a very, very long day and very tiring day.
That's right.
And I do appreciate you coming to the studios and talking to us, of course. I always find with great talent, they always seem to be very accommodating, very kind people. Do you find that?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah.
What I was going to ask you, is this your first film? I mean, have you filmed before, or is this your first major part?
This
should I
is
ask?
my first major part. I have done lots of bits and pieces in other films, but this is my
Your very
major.
first.
Yeah.
One intriguing little question I was going to put to you. I would love, would you like the audiences to know how did you come about to get this part? Because I find it a very fascinating little story. Would you like to tell us about it? Would you? Because, by the way, I know for a fact that the look for this part, for the character, for you, I mean, till we, the people concerned, found you, took many weeks. So how did it happen? I'm very interested to know. And I think so the audience is at home and in the studio.
Well, I was involved in a show called Why, which is at the Piccadilly Theatre.
Not the one now, which is
In
a
the West
wonderful
End,
show. We've
yeah,
seen it last
that's
week
right.
with Philip Scott, yes, and many other friends. I think it's a brilliant show. Run and see it, yes.
Yeah, and one evening, this extraordinary, marvellous woman appeared. And
You mean you were on your show, doing your show?
yeah, I was
and
doing
then
a show. How the show works is that you go on stage and you do a number, and then you come off stage and you mingle with the people at the tables. And this wonderful woman called Lois was
Lois?
yeah, was sitting at a table, and
In the audience,
yeah,
yes.
and she said, "This is my number. I'm an agent. Can you call me tomorrow?" So I thought, yeah, sure.
You had no idea at that
No,
particular moment
none.
what it's all about?
She didn't know.
You were introduced to a lady who said to you, phone me tomorrow.
That's right.
Yes.
So the following day, I phoned her, and she said, "Do you think you could come round and see me today sometime?" I said, "Yeah, sure."
You still had no idea what it's all
Still
about?
no idea what it was all about. So she asked me if I go along with my photographs. So I arrived at her flat. We had tea, and still I had no idea what this is all about.
Was her husband at home, or was he on holiday?
He's on holiday.
I see. Yes. You still had no idea what this picture
No,
was all about?
none whatsoever.
Very interesting.
Well, then she looked through my photographs, and I thought, well, what's this all about? I've got to find out. So I said, you know, can you give me some idea what this is all about?
Sorry.
And she said, well, it's for a film. She still didn't say.
Nothing. She
Nothing.
didn't give away anything.
No, nothing.
That's intriguing.
So she said, well, thank you very much for coming. I'll call you tomorrow. And that was it. So the following day she called, and she said, I'd very much like you to come round, and I'm going to take you to see a gentleman by the name of Martin Donovan, who's the director of this film.
Which still you had no idea what
Still no idea whatsoever.
Oh, I can't take it. Yes.
So,
It's like a fairy tale. It's wonderful. Yes.
so Lois and myself, we arrived at Martin's flat, and he told me the story of State of Wonder. And so I thought, well, I've got to find out what this is all about, what part it is. And then he said, we're looking for a young boy to play Pichirika. So it's very quick, actually, because a couple of days after that, I
You were
went,
actually offered the part.
well, not offered, no. We had to do a few tests. I went back to see him after a couple of days, and we took different pieces from the script and went over it. And that was basically it.
Well, I remember
So-
when I came back from my holiday and I came home and I was shown these pictures and I thought, that's the guy. It's unbelievable. But of course, the pictures you have in your
Of
file
curly-
were very
yeah,
curly.
that's
and,
right.
And I couldn't imagine you looking so young with I thought you look older with straight hair. But I mean, it's unbelievable how young you look. I mean, it's unbelievable. Not that you are that old. You're only someone in your 20s. But I don't know, when we're filming, I seem to, being one of the participants in this film, I seem to relate to you as a really Pichirika. Do you feel you're behaving like Pichirika? Because I seem to,
I
mean,
hope
you notice
so.
all day I got to you and I said Pichirika and all that because you seem so pure. Are you a pure person in real life? Are you Pichirika? Are you Pichirika in real life? You seem to be so quiet, or is it you really...
No, I'm basically a very quiet
Very
person,
quiet.
yeah.
Now, I know for a fact that you are a pianist, a very good pianist. I've heard a few of your compositions. You're a magician. Magician, aren't you?
Magician, illusionist.
Illusionist. What's the difference? Is it, or is it the wrong term? I mean,
No, a magician is someone who does close-up magic. An illusionist is someone who does big magic.
oh, I see. Like Arturo, what's his name?
That's right. Arturo Baghetti.
Yes. Do you think he's good?
Yeah, he's very good.
The
yeah.
guy in the show.
Show why, yeah.
Well, I'm very interested to hear now. What kind of experience? I mean, this must be a wonderful, big experience. Do you think it's? Do you feel it's like a dream, or I mean, do you think you'll be able to go back to reality and be Nigel Court again?
I hope so.
Yes. I think you're really doing very, very well from all the takes and rushes and things people see. Do you have any immediate plans? Because the other day when you were talking to me, I mean, I felt it's being a little silly. You were a bit, you felt a bit insecure. You said, what will happen after this? Why?
Well, as soon as this film is finished, I'm going on holiday. So
Where are we going? Where are you going? Where are you going, little Pitchy?
I haven't decided.
You haven't. But do you
somewhere
have
where
any
it's
immediate plans, or
no, not really. No.
would you like to do a show, or because you have so many talents around you? I mean, you're an illusionist, and would you like to combine all these things one day, or?
Perhaps, yeah. But I think I'd like to get more experience in doing films.
Now, last word. What do you feel about this place, the people, your experiences? Could you tell us in a few words? What did you expect before you came here, and what do you feel now?
What did I expect?
Mhm.
Before I came here, I didn't know what to expect. It's amazing. The people are so friendly, so helpful,
Aren't they?
and the
Aren't they
food.
People
is-
of Clahan and County Kerry, is it? Wonderful people. We love you. Yes.
But no, they're just great.
You're really having a time of your
Yeah.
life. Yes, you're having. Well, Nigel Court, Pichirika, what shall I say? I wish you all the luck in the world. And I hope we see you in all the, wherever we go in the festival, selling the film. I hope you'll be very helpful with it. Have a super holiday, and we hope you come back and talk to us soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Cat.